My name is Shyyan. I have spent my entire life working for the better education system for Ukraine. And now I will tell you the story of a former Soviet country which is completely reshaping its education system. Our recent history is marked by strong social movements, changes in regime and government. Despite the social shocks, or maybe thanks to them, Ukraine has come a long way from a Soviet system to a place where teachers are taking the lead and redefining our curriculum. The new Ukrainian school puts key competences at the center. Let me tell you how we were able to turn revolution into the window of opportunity for education reform. The first window of opportunity opened in the early 90s. I had just completed my doctorate in biophysics in Moscow. I didn't know at that time that our history as a nation was about to change. With the independence of Ukraine came a wave of education reforms, and I was fortunate to be a part of that movement. Our leadership was looking for a young blood, people who were not stuck in particular ways of teaching. I had little experience back then, but I did know one thing: teachers could inspire other teachers to become leaders to change their own communities. So I started looking for active teachers who were open to change. I was hoping they would become early adopters of a new vision for education and inspire their colleagues, and they did. The independence movement was led by students. We were all taught a lesson about freedom and courage. So it's only fair that we would do our best to give students a better education. Teachers used to play a central role in our society. But during Soviet times, teachers had to report on their activities at every step. There was little freedom in their work. So the profession lost its prestige. It's up to us now to make teaching cool again. And it's up to teachers themselves to reclaim their place as leaders in their communities. How? By developing their capacity to collaborate with all stakeholders: students, parents, businesses, and the wider community. This is what we started in 2016, when another window of opportunity opened: the Euromaidan movement. The new Ukrainian school is new educational vision shaped by a dialogue with citizens and organizations from across Ukraine. We are focusing on two important areas: the content of education and teachers' professional development. Teachers are at the center of reform. We started with 60 experts from different professional communities who came together to reshape the Ukrainian education system. And 4 years later, these 60 people are still working together. Plus, they have enrolled 300 brave teachers into a pilot program to test the new curriculum. We are rebuilding trust in teachers. We need a new national core curriculum, one produced in the 21st century for the 21st century and onward. We took inspiration from good practices on lifelong learning, curricula, and competence frameworks from all over the world, from Australia to Canada, from Scotland to Finland to the European Commission, Council of Europe. We are so fortunate to be able to use the lessons learned by others. Ukrainian curricula used to be very rigid and very subject-oriented, and it's allowed no room for unexpected needs. There was little flexibility. We are changing this now and encouraging teachers to listen to students, get to know them better, and react to their needs as they came up. We see school principals in support. 99% of principals want to continue the reforms that are happening. 85% of them want to be more innovative in how they run their schools. To achieve this, we are putting special emphasis on flexibility. A new rule allows teachers to reserve 20% of teaching time to respond to unexpected needs. This means 1 day per week, every week is completely flexible. So you, as a teacher, have the space to clarify something students didn't understand, for example, or don't have to rush to the next chapter. You can answer more of their questions, or you can explore something they are curious about. In the new Ukrainian school, the curriculum fills only 4 days a week. We can already see that teachers from the new Ukrainian school pilot are more open to new ideas and new teaching methods. They network better and they are more active socially. These communities bring together 4 pilot schools in each region, as well as other teachers, teacher trainers, private training providers, and even NGOs and private companies. We are still facing challenges. We are only at the beginning of this journey. Freedom is a strong value in our country. People have died for it. This is why we are now designing a curriculum based on skills rather than subjects. Because this way, teachers have more freedom to decide how their students can acquire those skills. Academic freedom means for teachers and for students especially, a chance to construct their own knowledge. It is a freedom granted by the new law of education, which demands that each school should create its own study program. As always, freedom comes with equal responsibility. We all know that feeling of being too small to make a difference, of fighting an impossible fight against the system. But look, only 60 individuals were able to start an education reform in a country of 41 million. You are not just another brick in the wall. You are not just another number. Every educator can impact their local community. The first condition for this to work is to be able to test your project and see if it flies. In Ukraine, we have been through 3 revolutions in the last 30 years, all in the name of freedom. With the new Ukrainian school, we are creating the space for teachers and students to choose how and what they will learn. My hope is to see teachers and student communities building their own ways of collaboration, constructing their own programs, where students will be involved into the construction of knowledge from the earliest stages. The movement has started and it is now too big to stop. It was an exciting experience for me to introduce you this local story. And I do hope that you will find something important for your future activities. I'm very interested to find your own story in open space. See you there.